How would you say your mindset evolved throughout the pandemic, through the different, I want to call it waves of, news and, updates that we were getting as, as people?
As the pandemic progressed, I started losing a lot of trust in our government and most of all, the media. I didn't believe a word, that came out of the media the longer this went on. In the beginning, like I said, March 2020, I believed everything. I did whatever I could. I wanted to go back to normal, whatever that meant. I don't even know if we're back to normal yet. I don't think we are.
I don't think we're going back to normal.
No, there is no more.
This is the new normal.
Right?
Yeah.
And, but in the beginning, I was like everybody else. I just wanted for this to be over.
Yeah, same.
I remember before the pandemic hit, I was sitting on a beach in Tulum. I'm looking at my finances and I'm like, well, this 2020 is going to be a good year. Like, this is good. This is the year. I'm going to pay off my mortgage. This is good. And then boom.
Dude, you know what we called 2020 at our annual Christmas gala?
What's up?
We have our clients there. We announce the vision for the next year. It's been a tradition we do. 2020 was our first full year as a group of companies now, completely independent. And at the Christmas gala, I said 2020, what happens when you go to optometrist? 2020 is you've got perfect vision, clear view. I go, that's going to be 2020.
Yeah. 2020 vision.
March 15th, we're at a shisha lounge. Go home, shut down. Remember for Sarah's birthday?
Yeah.
And half of the shisha lounge is empty because people are like,
what night was that?
It was March 15th, 2020.
And that was the day before the lockdown?
Literally, it happened moments after. I don't know if it was a day before or 2 days before, but we were celebrating my wife's birthday.
Wow.
Some friends came out, some didn't. And we were of the opinion guys, relax. It ain't that serious.
Was it a Sunday night?
I don't remember. Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday. We go to a restaurant, we go to a shisha lounge, and it's half empty, and it's a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're like, the heck is going on here? And literally maybe a couple days later, done, lockdown.
The lockdown happened on a Monday.
Yeah.
So this was the weekend following that.
I still remember that night. I remember it was a Sunday, and at that part of time, I was working at a venue called Mr. Wolf, and
I heard of Mr.
I just remember all the tables being sold out. We went for a big birthday dinner at the Weston Harbor Castle, the top floor. The restaurant's gone now, probably because of the pandemic. I remember having this big birthday dinner with a friend, and I remember going on Twitter and just seeing tomorrow's the lockdown, and everything was just, okay, let's enjoy this dinner. This is the last one.
Yeah.
So I want to get into that though. So now this wrench gets thrown into our lives in the first quarter of 2020. Clearview year that we called it. Clearview 2020 vision. Same thing with your business and your life and all of our lives.
Yeah.
There's some businesses that failed, obviously. Some were not in their power to continue. Some were. Some people maybe just broke under the pressure, but you had to pivot. You had to adapt.
Yeah.
You started creating content. We started creating content. We bought an office. We started moving different ways. Yeah. Well, we took advantage of it. May 2020 or end of April 2020, we ended up pulling the trigger on someone on this unit because someone couldn't afford it. So we pulled the trigger. We came in and did what we needed to do. But what was it like for you now? You're on an island, on a beach, or you come back and you're like, okay, what do I need to do? Which way do I need to move now? How did you adapt?
It was tough in the beginning, for many. And, for nightlife, it was completely annihilated, destroyed, done. So there was no way around that, none. For my store, on the other hand, for the first few weeks, I just didn't go to work, stayed at home, like I was told by our government. But after a while, I started going back, at least just to go take care of inventory, because, we were still getting shipments from abroad, from around the world, and just basically organizing our shop, doing a lot of advertising, doing whatever I could. There were a lot of great clients at our store that were extremely supportive, that wanted to support a local small business. So I was doing deliveries, door-to-door deliveries. This is before the curbside pickup
Okay.
came into effect. I was just going to people's doors and delivering clothes.
Nice.
And then it came to a point where my business partner and I, we went to our landlord and we said, listen, we don't want to be locked down. You know, do we have your support? And being the business savvy and considerate landlord he was, he gave us the approval. He said, yeah, go for it, man. Fuck Doug Ford, go for it. And
What did he do exactly?
we opened our doors.
Oh, he let you open.
We opened our doors.
Did he help you with any rent concessions or anything like that?
Yeah, you know, like we all helped each other during that time, but the fact that we were able to just open our doors was a blessing, and that helped us a lot, because there were a lot of people like yourselves and myself that were like, "Fuck this! I want to start living again."
Adamson's barbecue.
Adamson's barbecue, and
That guy went all out.
he went all out.
Tried to destroy him, and
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
know,
shut him down.
I didn't call CTV or CB24 to come, hey, I'm open.
Yeah.
I learned from people like that, you know, I'm going to keep this discreet. I'm going to message my clients privately, and I'm going to open this
You have to be
baby up.
wise about it.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to be in the public eye and get shut down or get a fine. I didn't want that, because we would have been long gone by now.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I wanted to keep my reputation at a good one.
Yeah.
But you know, we kept our store open, and you know, if we saw anybody shady walking up to the store, you know, I would let them know that we're closed.
Yeah.
We're in a
Pretend you're a
lockdown.
mannequin.
What? Just this is my office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody fucked around. Nobody asked silly questions, and the people that came, you know, came to support. So that helped a lot. Other than that, I made it an opportunity to just work on myself, get some rest that I probably lacked in the last 20 years. Yeah. So I got some great sleep, sleeping a full 8 hours, which felt great. The gyms were closed, unfortunately, so I took up running.
Okay.
And I started running every day, and that became an addiction, and I was running day and night. I just felt great. I remember feeling really good about myself and feeling healthy, because the last thing I wanted was to become a statistic, just become unhealthy or start drinking and start smoking weed, and nothing against that.
Yeah.
But that's not my thing. And just focused on my health.
Okay,
That's
cool.
good.
And is this when you got out of the nightlife promoting because of what happened with COVID, or?
Well, I've always been involved with nightlife, and I still am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So you're still involved with that.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of promoting events.
Yeah.
and things
So
like that.
basically, I work with the Bisha Hotel
Okay, cool.
and a few other high-end establishments in Toronto, and we throw great events
Okay, nice.
on the weekly.
So did that experience that you had from the nightlife promoting, how did that kind of spill into your other work? Because I imagine it gave you a lot of tools.
100%.
And equipped you, right? To
Yeah,
be the
it's-
person that you need to
You
be.
know, promoting is essential in any business, and you see it in real estate. You know what I mean? You have to be able to promote your brand, or you're going to fail.
Yeah.
You have to be able to be savvy with social media. I tell people all the time, social media, it's a tool. It's a free tool. Back in our older generations, our parents' generations, they had to pay just to put their listing in a yellow pages
Yeah. Or in a newspaper.
or the newspaper.
The way you would know a realtor think they were successful is you'd see their for sale signs everywhere.
for sale signs.
Now on one street, you'll see 3 different realtors selling 3 different houses.
Yeah.
So it's the attention that you're trying to grab on.
Yeah, growing up as a kid, all I would see was Frank Leo the Lion. That
Yes.
name's still in my head. I don't even know the guy,
Me
but
too.
I knew Frank Leo the Lion. You know, that guy had his social media savviness down before there was social media.
Yeah.
You know what I
He was
mean?
everywhere.
He was everywhere. And for us now in this generation, we have that tool, and it's free.
Yeah.
You have the ability to market yourself every day, 10 times a day, and produce content. You know, the fact that we're on this podcast at your real estate firm, it's big. You know, a lot of people don't take advantage of that. They don't want to post. They're afraid to post. They're afraid to lose followers because they post too much. And I think the exact opposite. Just keep pumping it out. Promote yourself. Promote your brand.
It used to take us 1 hour to do a 1 minute video. A 1 minute video would take us an hour.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And we have the bloopers that we always watch just to laugh at
You should
ourselves.
post those.
They're bad.
Those are hilarious.
They're so bad.
Those are the times where like we would just have like a complete script down and we would just do our best to just do it in all under 1 minute. Cause I think at that time, Instagram, you had to have the video below 60 seconds.
You did.
Yes.
And the other day Facebook sent me a reminder saying like 5 years ago or like 6 years ago, you did this video, and I was watching it and I was dying. Cause like you see the progress and you're like, wow, like I don't know, for myself, I really don't realize it until you see those old videos and you're like, you've come so far from those days when you started posting those kind of videos. So it's always nice to see.
But we started creating content during September 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic as well.
So we said, you know what? Let's start creating content. Let's create some online courses that we still have banked. We didn't really launch them. But then we started doing vlogging. And then we just started straight on YouTube. We didn't even do audio. We didn't even do just the pod. We did visual.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden the vlogging turned into education. And then we started getting some guests wanting to come on early on to help us out. I just reached out to people and we got a good response. It's nice when you have a reputable, you said it earlier, you want to keep your reputation.
100%.
So when you have a reputable business and you're now going into the content creation, it's like, okay, some people want to hop on just because of that. They know you have a good reputation.
Yeah.
So that started growing into interviewing special guests like yourself. And then I said, Carson, why don't we do the audio? Like, we don't even do the audio, but we have it. Start the podcast, split the channels, do real estate on one, do special guest on another. Just go for it.
And it all goes hand in hand with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
we talk a lot about like the mindset, you know, on the YouTube channel for guests and, you know, what it takes to, you know, become the person that you are today. And I find it interesting because, you know, I love learning about different people's stories and, you know, how they've come, you know, so far in their journey. So
that's awesome.
It's very fun.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about now your businesses currently. So like, would you say that post what we just talked about, the pandemic, would you say you're more successful now